Hey guys, and welcome back to HairHoney. So today's video, I want to talk about some of the best ways to block DHT production on the scalp, such as things that you should be incorporating topically, things that you should be incorporating orally, foods to eat, and foods to avoid. So make sure to click the like, click the subscribe, and stay tuned because I am fixing my hair loss and hopefully going to help you guys fix yours. So make sure to click that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and let's get started. Okay guys, so the first thing we are going to talk about is how to block DHT topically. Now, the most effective and most efficient way of blocking DHT naturally is going to be rosemary oil. Now, studies have shown a combination of rosemary oil and pumpkin seed oil or jojoba oil or castor oil, just mixing rosemary essential oils with another carrier oil was seen to be more effective than taking phystinerine or minoxidil. In addition to that, it has zero side effects. Unless you are allergic to rosemary, then I would probably avoid it. But overall, it has zero side effects. Now, other things that are going to be really great topically for blocking DHT, and I know because I make my own oils, guys, that have been helping me so much. I've seen a reduction in my shedding by like tenfold once I started using my own oils and my own rosemary waters and stuff like that on a regular basis. So I do have a new Amazon store with my oils. If you guys are interested, it is a proprietary blend of herbs and oils that are completely natural, and every ingredient is scientifically backed to reduce hair loss, stop shedding, and promote hair growth. So in addition to rosemary oil being the goat of all herbs to use topically as well as internally for hair loss, peppermint oil is going to be another great one, and same with lavender oil. And these are because once the scalp gets inflamed, you need to soothe the scalp, which that's where lavender comes in, and increase blood circulation, which is where peppermint comes in. Peppermint is one of the best blood circulation inhibitors, and this will really help to bring new life to the follicle, make your hair shinier, healthier, thicker, because most problems with hair loss is a diminishing blood supply. So you really want to make sure that you're keeping up to date with that blood supply, making sure you're invigorating that blood flow in the scalp. You really want to attack it from so many different levels. Another great one, as I mentioned before, is pumpkin seed oil. Now, pumpkin seed oil is probably one of the best thick oils that can help prevent and reduce DHT on the scalp. In addition to this, caffeine is also really great for increasing blood circulation and decreasing DHT. Green tea is also a great one, and it has the same effect as the caffeine. And saw palmetto and stinging nettle are going to be some of your best friends throughout your hair loss journey. Now, you can use saw palmetto and stinging nettle topically as well as orally, and we will get into the oral side of things. But you can go ahead and buy stinging nettle, horsetail, and saw palmetto extracts and go ahead and mix them in with the oil combinations that you are making. In my oil blends, I do include saw palmetto, stinging nettle, and horsetail, as those are just a boosted way to reduce the DHT, promote blood circulation, and get some life back to the hair, but also promote hair growth. Because I'm not just trying to stop my hair loss, I want my hair back. Like, I want it back really bad. So those are some of the best ways that you can do it topically, which usually comes in an oil form. Now, blocking DHT orally can be a little bit different. Now, my favorite way to block DHT orally, and they do have supplements for this that you can find on Amazon called DHT blockers. Now, the reason I am not a fan of those is because most of the ingredients are not 100% curated for hair loss. Now, I am like the queen of hair loss herbalism probably at this point, and have found success in making my own teas. Now, my teas are made out of a huge combination of herbs for the most part, and it is pretty widespread. So in my hair growth tea, I don't only incorporate things that are going to block DHT, but I also incorporate things that are going to be great for overall hair growth. Now, in this list, I do not incorporate everything I put in my personal hair teas, but these are going to be some of the best DHT blockers that you can take, and you can mix these in tea form, and I would say that that's probably the best way to get your nutrients. Number one, you're getting it organic, straight from the source. Hopefully you don't buy stuff with pesticide on it, guys, because that is really big. Pesticides can also lead to hair loss, and you want to really prevent that. But really great and really potent DHT blocking tea is going to be things like saw palmetto, saw palmetto herbs, horsetail, stinging nettle, green tea, fenugreek, brahmi, peppermint, and burdock root. Now, those are going to be the best, and when you make a tea with those ingredients, guys, it actually does not taste bad, as these are pretty much the base for the teas that I make at home. I have incorporated other things like turmeric in there to reduce some inflammation, as well as a couple other herbs just for other issues that I am currently working with. So that is going to be the best DHT blockers orally. Now, the best foods to eat to reduce DHT level production and on the scalp are going to be things like mushrooms, pumpkin seeds. As you guys can imagine, I've listed pumpkin seeds a bunch, so you know it's pretty high up there on the DHT blockers. Green peas, beet greens, kale, sweet corn, dark chocolate, almonds, turmeric, coconut oil, edamame, flax seeds, onions, and green tea. Now, those are going to be some of the most nutrient-dense foods that not only block DHT, but once again promote hair growth, because it's multifaceted. You can just block DHT and stop your shedding, but you also need to push your hair into the next phase of growth. And what happens a lot of time is when we are going through hair loss, our shedding phase is extended well beyond what it should be. And that means that our growing phase is also minimized. So we need to rearrange the body and recategorize the body so that it is no longer spending an excessive amount of time in the anagen phase rather than the growth phase. So then we come to a point of foods to avoid when trying to block DHT. And some of those foods are going to be trans fats, junk foods, red meats, potatoes, pastries, butter, animal organs, alcohol, and carbonated drinks, as well as sweet and sugary drinks. Basically, everything you should avoid in general, you should avoid here too. Now, red meat, I am kind of up in the air about. I think certain cuts of red meat, and if you are buying organic grass-fed step 4, because now they have weird steps or whatever, just a high quality meat, I don't think it will have that much of effect on your DHT levels. Now, red meat is still shown to increase DHT levels, but not to a point where you would need to worry about it so much. But all of the other things that I listed are, number 1, just not good for you. Number 2, they cause high inflammation in the body. When there's inflammation in the scalp, which is another symptom of DHT or hormonal hair loss, you're losing the blood circulation to the follicles. And like I said, is getting rid of the dense DHT in the follicle and increasing blood circulation to the follicle are the 2 most important things for getting your hair back. So overall, guys, that is pretty my comprehensive view of DHT, what to take orally, what to take topically, what foods to eat, and what foods to avoid to help you guys further yourself along your hair loss journey. If you guys liked this video, I would greatly appreciate a like, a subscribe, and a comment down below. Let me know what you think of my video. Let me know if you have other questions. I'm happy to do videos on that for you guys. So make sure to click that subscribe button, and thank you guys so much for watching HairHoney.